This year marks the 78th anniversary of the Battle of El Alamein, which commenced on the 23rd of October 1942. While not as significant an anniversary as some, for the Royal Regiment of Artillery, every anniversary of this notable battle is cause for proper commemoration. Not only was it a significant and far-reaching battle, leading as it did to a strategic victory, but also the role of artillery and those manning the guns and other equipments were pivotal to that success. On that night in Egypt, just over 900 field and medium guns opened a massive barrage in support of the 8th Army's attack on the German and Italian positions at El Alamein. 42 field and medium regiments, most being from the Royal Regiment, but also including Australian, New Zealand, South African, Free French and Greek units, fired 500,000 shells along a 38-mile front. They were also supported by 11 anti-tank and 18 anti-aircraft regiments. In the 12 days of bitter fighting that followed, the 8th Army broke through the German positions and sent Rommel's army in a headlong retreat that was to end 6 months later at Tunis, with the complete surrender of all Axis forces in North Africa. While that provides the big picture, what was it actually like in action on the gun positions? As a regiment, we are still very lucky to have close links to a veteran of the battle who is now 104 years of age. Please listen to an extract from an account that he gave us early last year of the battle and the opening barrage.
Now, we knew that the Battle of El Alamein was coming up and preparations were made. We were limited to 5 rounds per gun, whatever target presented itself. So we accumulated ammunition behind the gun position. I'm going to tell you now about my experience of the Alamein battle. 20 to 10, we opened fire. It was like 10 thunderstorms. I've never heard anything like it before or since, as 800 odd guns opened fire on the German positions. At first, we fired on known targets of gun positions and troop concentrations. And then eventually, we started to fire the barrage. And it continued and continued and continued until in the dark, the gun barrels close to the breach glowed red in the dark. It got so hot. We had to take the guns out of action and pour water down the barrels to cool them before we could resume. Otherwise, there would have been the danger of a premature, a shell exploding in the barrel.
Winston Churchill explained the importance of the battle in the following well-known terms. Before Alamein, we never had a victory. After Alamein, we never had a defeat. It was not the end, or even the beginning of the end, but it was, perhaps, the end of the beginning. The Battle of Alamein is significant for the Royal Regiment, not only because of the size of the barrage, but, more importantly, because artillery was once again fought as an arm to deliver coordinated, crushing firepower across the battlefield, a technique that was to prove its worth in the grim battles to come in Italy, in Normandy, and on the Rhine. Every year since 1945, the Royal Regiment has rightly commemorated and celebrated the actions of our forebears, marking the date with the regiment's most formal dinner, to which are invited representatives of other regiments, arms and nationalities linked to the battle, and pleasingly often including our friends and allies who were our erstwhile foes. At the close of these Alamein dinners, it is traditional that the pipe major of the pipes and drums of 19th Regiment Royal Artillery plays the pipe tune El Alamein. So be it, and in closing, I would ask you to remember the guns and gunners of Alamein.